loves! Welcome to Dreamlight Valley Farm, where we grow the freshest wheat and crops ready to sell, and freshly stocked animal products are put out daily. You can also head over to the animal barn and ride our horses in their stables, or feed the baby pig to the farm pua. Join me for this rustic autumn-inspired farm build, and I hope you all find some inspiration from it. And after the completion and walkthrough, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up on your way out. And consider subscribing for more videos just like this one. Now let's get started on the farm. So this build is going to be featuring two of the house skins, one of them being the Owl's Toy Barn that we just got in the premium shop, and then the other one is going to be Belle's Cottage. I wanted to use Belle's Cottage over all the other ones because I just felt like this one had more of a farmhouse vibe, especially with the well that is connected to it, and that is just why I chose this one. Moving on to the Owl's Toy Barn, before I placed it down, I went ahead and turned it around because as much as I love that cute little chicken in the front with his pitchfork ready to go, it just didn't fit with this rustic feel that I was going for, and I just felt like it needed more of a classic style of a barn. So that was an easy fix by turning it around just to hide the main entrance of the building. So I'm a huge Animal Crossing player, and one of the designs that was very popular with the farm builds were I don't know if you guys seen them, but they were the customized stables that have the horse faces to where it kind of looks like the horses were poking out of their stables. And I thought that idea would be really cool for this Dreamlight Valley farm as well. So I decided to recreate it using the wardrobes, turning them to a wooden color and then adding like door hinges onto the bottom. And then this is going to be centered around that horse motif that we have. And I just ended up placing his face right on that wardrobe. I don't know what of the Disney horses he is, so I don't want to try and guess. But yeah, I ended up using the horse motif, placing it on the wooden wardrobes, and then we have an instant horse in the stable. So now that we have the horses in the stables, I went ahead and added more items to just add some detail to the inside of the barnyard, and that included the tropical wood flooring laid down as a doorstep into the barn. I also put down those cute hay bales, a stack of wood, and the Mulan sandbags and haystacks. I was so happy when I got these items that I just knew that I was going to use them in a farm build. They just worked so well, and I am super happy that I got those Mulan items. I then went ahead and laid down a dark wood fence around the barn, and it was a pain to get all of that dark wood, but I just felt like this was the best fence that fits an actual barn is the hardwood fence, so I knew that I wanted to use that. So I wanted to create like a tool shed in the barnyard, and I thought the outhouse would be perfect for this. So I placed that on the right side of the yard, and then I also placed the companion home right underneath it because this is where we are going to be having all of our little farm critters. I then went ahead and added two of the coolest items that I have got from Mulan as well, and those are the water troughs. And I was so happy when I got these too because I just knew that again they were going to work perfectly in a farm bill. So I went ahead and placed one of the water troughs on each side of the barnyard, and then I added some more haystacks, the bow staff barrel that is also from Mulan, and the tropical companion home on the left side of the barnyard to house the rest of the barn animals. So I started adding some more foliage like the sunlit plateau light dwarf bushes to the entrance with the simple maple trees as well. I then went ahead and placed down the ancient wooden lamppost as a light source, and then also some more hay bales, the wooden cart, and again those half barrels. I then added the crate with the burlap bags and Mulan's sandbags. I then added the Norwegian spruce bucket next to the troughs with the barrel part, the Mickey Mouse water pump tower in the back, and then the rustic water pump and dark recycling bins to the front entrance of the barn area. So I wanted to make sure to add some cute bird friends to our farm, one of them being the swans. So no surprise here, I ended up using the swan boats, and I just added them to the left side of the barn where the riverbeds are, and then I went ahead and started working on my garden. The garden is surrounded by the ancient landing bamboo fence with the trellis arch as an entryway, and then I just set down the playful pumpkin scarecrow at the entrance with the yellow bike, burlap bags, some flower boxes, and that quirky Donald Duck sign. I just turned it around so it looked like a plain wooden sign. I then ended up putting down the wooden lamppost in yellow as the light source and the carnivorous floral arrangement as a decor item. I then went ahead and added a cute sit-down area using the stone well and the bamboo bench surrounded with some more of those sunlit plateau light dwarf bushes. Some more decor items I placed down were the left signpost at the front of the garden, the stall, the crates, the sacks and rustic wooden crates, of course a basket of eggs and sandbags and some more hay bales. I then added some foliage of friendly jack-o'-lanterns, some medium pumpkin collection bundles, some Mickey Mouse pumpkins and small pumpkin collections, and also some haystacks and the cute pumpkin carriage planter. So now I am going to be working on the market part of my farm, and this is going to include an outhouse to, of course, be able to use the bathroom, a wooden sink next to it, and then I also wanted to create a kind of like a dining area to enjoy all of the fresh produce or maybe like jams or bread that we bake freshly on the farm. So I went ahead and laid down the casita table with the sturdy chairs. And then, of course, I had to use the white wood veggie stand and fruit stand. And I decided to use the hot cocoa stand turned around as the checkout area rather than the spring one that we have, just because, again, this one had more of like a autumn feel to it. I then went ahead and added the rustic crates next to it and some wooden crates as well. The birch water bucket next to the well, the flower boxes, and another cart. Another item I was super excited to receive from Scrooge. When I seen this in the store, I thought it was super cool, and that is the Lion King's trunk column. It is literally just a huge tree trunk, no leaves on it, no branches, and I just thought it was so cool. But I didn't know what I was going to use them for until I started creating this farm. I felt like these trees were perfect because I was going for that woodsy forest like farm, and I just thought placing these guys around would add more of a rustic feel to it. So that is what I did. I then went ahead and added some more last minute foliage like the meadow grass. Guys, I am not using the Dazzle Beach grass. It is a miracle. I am using the meadow grass this time. I also placed down some leaf pile rugs, some pumpkin stacks, and the autumn harvest pennant in back of my market area with the small and large pumpkin bundles. Now comes the fun part. We are going to be adding the cute animals to the farm. Starting off with the nesting pairs that we get from Ancient Landings. They are a ingredient, but if you look really close at them, they actually look like baby chicks and baby swans. So that is why I ended up placing them down. I also got this idea from somebody on Reddit, and also Tanny Games used the same idea in one of her builds as well. So it is just such a clever thing to add to your farms or to your cottage homes that have animals. But yeah, I ended up placing those down, and then I ended up adding the animals to our companion homes. I kind of just added the animals that I thought fit with a farm, like Pua, the capybaras, and then also some of the rabbits. And that concludes the speed build for my Dreamlight Valley farm. Thank you so much for staying here until the end. I appreciate you all so much, and I hope you find some inspiration for your very own Dreamlight Valley farms. If you enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more Dreamlight Valley speed builds just like this one, and you will also be helping me reach my goal of 500 subs to start lives. Thank you all so very much for being here. Now, how about we end this video with a full farm walkthrough?